better gold income, will often go for something like a Frostburn more effectively than a Jungle Sky would.
Good secure once again by Joseph. Swagyu getting chased away here. Does have the on point for the slow. Old School went lower in the lane as well, but Swagyu should be okay as he retreats back through his jungle. Another shield. The Acro Bounce is going to slow him up at the end here. Has to use the healing flask as Joseph looks for the 3-ring circus. Can't quite get the kill. And now Godfather's here to help out Joseph. Trying to back away. The healing tree ends low. And in the lane, meanwhile, Harmonious just takes a pure 1v1 against Old School. Joseph still trying to steal away some of this jungle. Did secure it, but did secure the treant for himself. But Swagyu and Godfather are trying to keep these backs. They'll get both of them. And Joseph will realize pretty soon that he can't fight this much longer.
Getting so much healing from his heroic perk, they can't allow him to sustain that heavily when he dives in. I'm almost applauding here because it's a really, really good item choice.
C9 now looking for the engage. There's the knockback. Harmonious caught out. The wait for it coming out as well. And already they have killed the Sky. They're looking for a little bit more. The Acro bounce around. Swagyu is the new target. Hunters retreating underneath their turret. And I think C9 will realize they do not want to overextend too far now. Can go for the turret instead. That's exactly what Joseph is going to do. This will be first turret as well as Cloud9 pick up their first kill and the objective continuing to put the pressure down on towards high
stun, which show you how much synergy this team has as a team fighting team.
We often talk about CC chaining. Cloud9 do it so well. The death from above, though, is going to catch up Joseph, who perhaps has overextended ever so slightly. Godfather's low. They've already got the kill, though, onto Swagyu, who cannot keep himself alive. This is good stuff from Cloud9. They get their second kill of the game and have put Hunters on the back. Hunters had a little bit more of a struggle to get through their group, went 1-1 in both of their games and were fortunately aided by TSM, who went 0-2 up against Ace Gaming. But Cloud9 looking very strong in this early game. The Tyrant's Monocle has been completed on Old School, their traditional crit build that we talked about earlier on as C9 look for the gold miner. Hunter's going to go in with the gauntlet, the block coming out. What can they do against this Ozo who can jump into that backline 3-ring circus? Godfather's low, has the fountain. Another block comes out, hasn't used the fountain, uses it a little bit too late to save his own skin. And the gold miner's going to fall to Cloud9 as well. Once again, a kill and an objective for our North American champion. Yeah, getting it earlier gives you that spike just ever so slightly quicker. 11 minutes into the game and C9 are still in control, but it has been relatively slow-paced for both these two teams.
Reduced by a significant margin, so it's a little bit more instantaneous. One more Crystal Sentry to go for C9. Will Hunters try and contest it?
Harmonious did just use Death from above, so that's on cooldown for about 10 seconds, but Swagyu now has the breaking point, so can start to stack it up. The fountain used, as you say, the Crystal Sentry goes down, but a great gauntlet will get the stun off onto I Love Joseph. Now it's all on Old School. Gets the wait for it down, the triple silence, the aggro bounce in, the Death from above does come out, but it's blocked out, and Old School stepping forward into the midst. Here comes the bangerang, and there goes the kill. Hunters getting shredded in the front line as Joseph and Old School continue to push forward. They can't quite catch Harmonious, but they get the Sentry and they get a kill.
Easily on the Vox, but it also means you're going to deal insane damage to Harmonious too.
Infusions on Old School and Joseph looking for the fight. The gauntlet comes out. Swagyu goes in with the Rose Offensive. The Death from above is going to come down as well, and Harmonious jumps back into the fray. Here comes the bangerang. Harmonious is low. There's the fountain. Used at the right time this time, but Swagyu is still very low on HP, and Old School's pushing forward. The Vanguard will get Swagyu out, but Goldfather will cost his life. Harmonious fell off towards the top side of the fight as well, and C9 are looking just as strong as everyone expected them to.
Like you start to hit very hard.
We saw how strong Vox can be in the last series. Pain Gaming using that to win 2 games against Ace, who took the victory in the end and going through the semi-finals tomorrow. Cloud9 trying to make a quick one of this. Want the easy 3-0 if they can take it. Here comes the bangerang, blocked out with the reflex. There's the gauntlet as well to try and split C9 up. Swagyu is quite low, has to run away with the Rose Offensive, and Old School is just diving underneath the turrets. Cloud9 get another turret for themselves, looking to push in with this Kraken. Still very much a healthy Kraken push here. They'll get the choke turret before Hunters can even respond.
And Old School just right now, he might have died in lane, but he is making Hunters pay thrice for it at this point in time. He's almost 1v3ing in certain circumstances. C9 are ready to go for the win right here, right now.
Incredibly strong performance from C9. They get the first crystal turret. They're looking for a little bit more. Swagyu back up. Joseph there in the midst of them all. Gave Bizzle off towards the side as well, but the Kraken gets the crystal turret, and now it's up to Hunters to try and delay. They just can't do enough. C9 take game 1 of their quarterfinal.
All the hype built around C9 is real. These guys are North American powerhouses, and we're given that title for a reason, displayed right there. Humanists, eat your heart out. They can make Ozo win and make it look easy.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But do you know what? He obviously has his reasons. Maybe the cooldown reduction is super worth it.
I agree with it worth the gauntlet, but we so rarely see a weapon power Adagio actually channel the burst of judgment. Here comes the gauntlet, but Hunters are willing to fight in there. Great fear with the fearsome shade. Joseph jumping in, looking for the damage on towards that Lyra. Can't quite get it though. Nor on towards Swagyu. The gold mine is still aggroed here as C9 start to beat a hasty retreat back through their jungle. Swagyu is the one to step forward. Healing has come out from the fountain. Joseph there in the midst of the team. Hunters backing away once again. That Baptiste just about surviving, but here come the glimmers, and here comes Harmonious. A cacophony of glimmer shots coming out across the members of C9. The Bat Mojo as well, not quite enough. And the gold miner is helping out C9 for the time being. But Hunters do force C9 back out of the jungle.
First time we've seen C9 go for a global objective and being pushed away from it, and now Hunters are the one that are going to go straight for it. Their fountain coming off cooldown in just 20 seconds. They still have the healing from Godfather 2. Can Cloud9...
Looking for the steal, they can steal it away. Gabe Bizzle.
Oh no, that was just too easy.
Just walks up to it, blood for blood's enough. Blood for a gold mine is exactly what Gabe Bizzle.
As we've seen throughout this tournament, can still do a significant amount of damage.
Both teams gathering up for a fight again. They're trying to jump on towards Harmonious, who goes into the active camera. The gauntlet comes down, double stun from that, but Hunters are able to back away from the cage. No fight needed just yet. Maybe they can re-engage. Fish and Shade is available. The Crucible still up for Gabe Bizzle alongside the fountain. Godfather has a fountain of his own. The attack of the pack as C9 try and collapse on towards Harmonious, but they can't quite get the damage down. Gabe Bizzle went deep. Joseph there as well. He's getting Swagyu incredibly low and will be able to take down the Baptiste eventually, but C9 do have blinking health bars on their jungler. Harmonious able to defend for the time being. C9 able to take a kill in the lane.
And it's something that I want to mention, by the way, Medic. Did you see how Old School got ordained right at the start of that fight? Wait a second, just have to make sure that no one's going down here. They are going to siege onto the turret. Old School got ordained right at the start of that fight. He didn't immediately run out with his reflex block. He knew that his team would back him up and finally engage.
And Old School goes for the chase as well. A bit of an overstay there from Hunters, but here is Swagyu. No fearsome shade for him. The Ordain comes down once again. The turret still aggroing the minion. Harmonious has been jumped on, goes into the active camera, but can't quite get the damage down. And Old School continues just to dive. Old School just doesn't care. The ace comes out, and C9 somehow all get out alive at the end. They'll take a turret, they'll take the ace, and they'll take a commanding lead in this game.
It might be a small deficit that they had to come back from, but now C9 are well in the driving seat once more. Goodness me. They know their limits so well as a team. Every time they go for a tower dive, they know exactly how much they need to rotate in and out of that tower aggression. They know who needs to tank it at a certain time. They know how much damage output they have.
They get 2 turrets off it, and Old School goes back and buys an entire Sorrow Blade on a single back. That's a lot of damage now on that Adagio.
Wonderful transitioning, micro-transitioning as we get another fight open up here.
Good Fish and Shade will catch out 3 though, and perhaps Hunters can find an avenue to get into this game, but still, C9 just continue to push forward. The block coming out on that gauntlet, but Harmonious is low, healed up with the Sigil. Old School now finally going to join this fight, and Harmonious has nowhere to go. C9 just look unstoppable at the moment. Who can challenge these favorites from NA? I can't even think of Ace being able to challenge C9 at the moment.
C9, I think, are going to face their toughest competition tomorrow in the form of Tribe. That is a semi-final that could have very easily been a Worlds final as well. This team looks untouchable. They really do. They put one foot wrong and they immediately pivot and put the next foot right. It's just the cleanest Vainglory we have ever seen from a professional team.
Forced to win this quarterfinal, but Hunters still have something to say about it. Old School's going to get some damage down on Godfather. The attack of the pack with the flank. That's a lot of hungry wolves diving onto the back line of Hunters. The arcane passage will get them out for the time being, but Joseph can just chase on towards Swagyu down towards the bottom side of this fight. The Ordained is not enough, and Joseph will get the first kill. Old School chasing in 20 broken mid stacks. Not much you can do against that at all, and C9 get 2 more kills.
He stacked that breaking point like a monster in that fight for playing this pick. I believe Dienzo said they don't beat, neither of them actually like playing it, but he plays it so well, he often just kind of gets given it. It is a fight.
3-man chase through the arcane passage. There's the gauntlet as well. They're looking for Swagyu, who's on that front line. The damage coming out, and C9 looking for the first kill, just about securing it as Old School pushes forward. The second gauntlet stunned out of it, though. Good stuff here from Hunters. Maybe they can turn something around. Old School still untouched, though, and he's going to get his second kill of the fight. They'll get the turret as well. Choke point turret down 15 minutes in. Cloud9 yet to die this game.
Easy rotator Kraken as well for C9, but I just think at this point it's too little too late. Cloud9 is steaming ahead.
Yeah, good Kraken take from Cloud9. They're looking to continue the fight, though. They don't want that Kraken to push in. They want to win the game before it. The Arcane Passage away, but Old School joins the midst of the fray, and they're going in for Harmonious. The heal is just not enough. C9 split up the Hunters, and they are now the prey. C9 will get 2 kills off the back of this, and Old School says, you guys can deal with him. I'm going to try and chase off towards the other side. Eventually, Joseph will secure this. That's going to be an ace, and that is going to be game 2 here for Cloud9. Not much the Hunters were able to do at all. An early gold lead for them, but Cloud9 just did not give them an inch.
Didn't even notice because we were so preoccupied with Cloud9 as they go to end this game. I'll talk about it afterwards because they are going to take this game.
That they are. They'll take down the Crystal turrets. They'll take down the Crystal itself. The Kraken didn't even need to lend a helping hand. Cloud9 do it all themselves and go 2-0 up against Hunters.
Competition from Hunters.
Godfather was super sneaky here. They didn't spot him, doesn't steal it though. That would have been the best Rome play I've seen today if he'd managed to take that one away.
That's the best
I have low expectations.
It's an art to watch them teamfight in Vainglory.
And it is. Shatterglass completed, and now Old School with that poison shear. Perhaps we'll start to see a few more skirmishes here. Both teams willing to play the early game relatively slowly. We're 6 minutes in, only 400 gold between the two, but now level 6 has been hit on Old School. Joseph there with a spontaneous combustion as he pushes in as well. The death from above is going to come down. Swagyu needs to dodge around. A good amount of damage coming back out from the Baron, though. And C9 realize they cannot push any further for the time being.
Looks like it's going to be Hunters pushing towards that turret, but without a fountain on their side. This is a Riniski maneuver.
A Riniski maneuver indeed, a scoundrel, but Hunters have to make a few risky maneuvers if they want to win out these games. In a pure 3v3, they haven't been able to beat C9, but maybe they can if they get the damage down from the Baron. Gabe Vizzle, the first to fall. The death from above is dodged by Swaggy. The wounds are going to hit onto Godfather, though, and now it's up towards Harmonious. He's gone down, and C9 have been able to re-engage. They've been able to get 2 kills, and they are the ones on the front foot now.
It's a risky, Riniski maneuver to go for that push so aggressively without your fountain.
Who are getting caught out so often.
What I notice about C9 that they do better than pretty much any other team that I've seen play Vainglory is when other teams would likely back out of a scenario due to
fights like this occurring. C9 are the ones who are on the front foot. Death from Above is going to come down. It catches out the fountain used, but it's a little bit too late to save the Godfather. And it's a story of Sopranos as once again a Godfather goes down. Now Hunters 2,000 gold behind at the 8-minute mark after an incredibly slow early game. C9 have this game firmly in their grasp.
And they're going to get the gold miner as well. Classic C9. We talk about it every game that they play. A sliver of an opportunity, they push the lane up, they get a global objective. Huge amount of money in the bank.
And then they take away jungle as well. You know, here they're taking away the front camps. They're looking to steal a treant away as well. Swagyu does a good job of getting it. But it's just, it's so difficult. It's so much toil and hard work for Hunters to get any of their own jungle, to get anything out of this game. C9 to shut you completely out of the action when they can.
Sweet. They're already crushing their opposition. And like I said,
probably a chocolate drizzle cake. I think those are the best type.
I'm just more into a chocolate fudge myself. Okay. Anything chocolate, I'll eat.
We'll have to see if C9 are going to lose a turret here. Swaggy is in that front line once again, gets stunned up. Great trespass coming out. He's going to try and move defensive away, but Gabriel's still in the midst of the fray. 3 members of Hunters falling low here, and Joseph and C9 just don't seem to be taking any damage. Old School gets chunked out, though, almost falls, somehow stays alive. Harmonious can put a lot of damage down with the jump jets trying to get the autos off, but that's a double kill for Joseph once again, and who can stop the Petal when he's on a rampage? Joseph is looking incredible this game.
Every opportunity that Cloud9 have to punish their opposition, they punish in spades, and they're going to get even more off the back of...
When Harmonious is sitting at 2, when Swagyu is sitting at 2, when Godfather's sitting at 2, when your Rome is a full item ahead of the enemy's carry, you know you're in a good spot, and Swagyu is getting caught out here by Joseph, down to about half HP. The Crystal Sentry comes out. Maybe Hunters can win a 4v3, but I don't think C9 are going to give them the opportunity. The Iron Cannon comes down. Joseph is chunked. Here goes Swagyu. Can he take down the Petal? Can he put some pesticants on towards that Petal? It's a 1-for-1 trade. The pesticide worked, but C9 still win the fight. 3 kills to 1.
Chain work if you want to win mid-game.
Gabriel will just use his Crucible to try and keep himself away from the sun. Here's the spontaneous combustion. Harmonious is going to back away from this. Has the Tyrant's Monocle now as well. The Death from Above is going to come out. Old School maybe overextended as we see Swagyu jumping on towards him, but already Hunter's on the back foot once again. Harmonious from the side, but can't do any damage to Gabriel, and he is gone. Swagyu now jumps on towards Old School. It's just nothing that Black Feather can do at all. C9 are disgustingly good at Vainglory. A triple kill for them. An ace at the 12-minute mark. They're looking for this choke point turret as well, and C9, this is the most dominant performance I have ever seen in Vainglory. For Old School, Joseph sitting on a light armor. He's not really the focused target of any of the fights we have seen. Hunters now will just be trying to find a way back into this game, but C9 do not give you anything. They're going to take a gold miner here as well. 14 minutes in, they have a 9,000 gold lead, and they want to extend that to 10. Looking for the fight here. The hooks and chains from Gabriel, a huge Swagyu. The triple stun. Oh my goodness gracious me. There is nothing this C9 team cannot do. They're going to get another ace. They could even look to close out the game here. Ace buff minions pushing in. 2 crystal turrets between them and a spot in the semi-finals.
It's almost too early to end the game. The death timers just aren't there right now.
As they will be reaching into their suitcases, they'll be thinking, what do we have left? What can we do against this Cloud9 onslaught, against the Behemoths that are this C9 team, who once again going for the engage and get one kill. Harmonious down. Swagyu trying to dance his way away, but there's no escape from C9 today. Looking for the kill, can't quite get it. They do in the end, and now Godfather gets back to the Sanctuary, but there's no healing for you here. C9, they're kind of a big deal, I tell you, and they're going to look to close out this game.
And I bet their apartment smells of rich mahogany, because this is an incredible performance.
Absolutely superb stuff from Cloud9. The most dominant performance we have ever seen at the Vainglory World Championships. They're going to take down the Hunters 3-0, and they're going to the semi-finals.
Calm, collected, cool, calculated. Cloud9. Unbelievable. I mean, I've said that word so many times today, but it truly, truly is to see a team perform at this level. Cloud9 go into a semi-final.